This evening. I welcome you to this town hall, and I welcome each and every one of you. When you get a moment, please ask me whatever questions you have in this space, or indeed any other questions you may have, because I'm here to answer those questions. Karibuni sana. I don't know whether there is somebody who wants to stand to start this town hall. Is there anybody? Yes. How are we going to? Yes. Where do we start? Give it to that good gentleman there. Karibu.
Good evening. My name is Abdallah Shuaib, and I come from Kisauni. Mr. President, what is your plan in reforming economic opportunities, making sure we have equal opportunities in all areas? And what are the policies are you going to do to make sure that there is equally job opportunity and economic growth in this country? My second question: what is your plan in reforming education system? We have young people who are educated, but they don't have jobs. While we can say maybe our education system doesn't match with what is in the ground. So we also want to know what is your plan. Mr. President, His Excellency, one of your manifestos, or once you were campaigning, you were saying that you will end drugs and substance abuse. We will love to know maybe approaches that you are doing, or what are you doing to make sure that there is no abuse of drugs. Put it in mind, Mkoka is one of the issues affecting young people in this community. Finally,
I think let's keep, because we have many people, let us just have one question per person. I think, you said Abdallah?
Yes.
Abdallah, leave it there. Asante sana.
The last one, please.
Okay, maybe.
Okay. Thank you. What is your plan also on the issues of robbery with violence? We have seen people being attacked in main roads, in towns. And what are you planning, or what are you promising to these citizens on the issue of security in coastal area? Thank you.
Thank you very much, my friend Abdallah. Asante sana. You've spoken to the heart of my plan. You have asked me directly, what are you doing to create jobs? And I will give you 5 interventions that I am undertaking to create jobs in Kenya. Number 1, I changed the law on housing to create the housing fund and the housing levy. Why? Because one of the programs that has potential to create millions of jobs, and this is not just in Kenya, this is globally. And I changed the law because the Housing Act that was passed in Kenya was passed at the same time as the Housing Act in Singapore. The difference is that Singapore made progress on their program on housing. We did not. And so I changed the law. I know it was a difficult decision. We had a robust conversation in Kenya. Today, let me tell you where we are. Today, because of the housing fund, we have 160,000 people working in the housing program. 160,000. People who were not working a year and a half ago. Today, we have engineers, we have quantity surveyors, we have architects, we have electricians, we have masons, we have carpenters, we have steel fixers, we have a whole ecosystem of people who manufacture steel, people who manufacture cement, people who manufacture concrete, an array of businesses that have been created by the Housing Fund. We are building at the moment 103,000 housing units, including the ones I launched yesterday in Matuga. I launched the first phase in Matuga yesterday. I will be back here in Mombasa to launch the first 2,000 housing units in Nyali. There are programs that we have already, programs across Kenya, in 43 counties across Kenya, so that we not only create jobs, but we also create opportunities for business, and we also deal with the challenge of informal settlements and create living conditions for Kenya in decent in decent estates, in decent areas across Kenya. I will give you a challenge. If you go to Mukuru, one of our largest informal settlements in Kenya, we are today building 14,000 units. And in the next couple of months, before the end of this year, I will be giving out keys to some of those houses that are ready. And for your information, some of these housing units are actually social housing units. For the first time, a mama mboga or a boda boda or an ordinary Kenyan can own a house in a social housing program because they can pay 2,500, 3,000 every month and end up owning that house. There will be other Kenyans who will be owning other units, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, single units, 3 bedroom, and different categories. That's number one. Number two, we are also using that housing program to make sure that we reduce on the cost of mortgage. Now, a teacher, for example, can have a mortgage at 9%. Today, if you go to the mortgage market, you will pay not less than 20%. So we are not only changing the housing program, we are creating jobs.